Welcome back. Okay, this is the holiday season. Angie White is here. She is a professional organizer, not community organizer, but house organizer, right?
Just like you see on TV.
Just like you see on TV, like when you see hoarders or those kind of things, and they bring people in, they bring you in. You've actually been on that show,
Yes,
Hoarders, right?
I have, yeah.
So I'm not quite a hoarder, but you have been to my house. I'm a mini hoarder.
No, not
Hoardette.
at all.
I'm
Not
a
at all.
hoardette.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, I have a hoardette. Yeah, and parts of my life are definitely an episode of hoarders. But
Okay.
mostly I'm organized, but not all organized. And at the holidays, I get worse.
It gets crazy.
It gets crazy, and like there's a pile that just keeps growing next to my fridge. And talk about why that stuff gets us more stressed out, because to me it gets worse. I should clean it, but I'm too busy.
Well,
and
you have your normal life.
Right.
And then the holidays come. And then all of a sudden you have all this other stuff. Not only events you have to go to, things you have to do, but then you have the house decorating and things that you're cooking. And the life just kind of becomes more than it was.
Right.
So whenever you do that, it can cause stress because it's not normal. And so you have to kind of watch what you're doing and kind of pace yourself and cut yourself a little bit more slack.
How does one pace themselves? It's December now, essentially. So
Right.
how do you shop way ahead of time? What do you do to pace yourself at the holidays? 'Cause
I'm
you're
a
busy
list.
woman.
Yeah, I'm a list person, so I kind of figure out what am I buying, what am I buying for, and I just go out and I just do it. I'm kind of a very streamlined person when it comes to shopping.
Because you have an interesting background. You're also a rocket scientist. That was your
Yes.
first career.
Yes, that was my first career.
So smart girl, right?
So yeah, so I try to pack as much as I can into the day because
Okay.
I do. I have two young, not really young anymore. They're teenagers.
teenagers.
And so that's a lot going on there. So you have to figure out what is important and do what is most important and let a few things go at times.
All right, so we've got a few tips from you. The first one, though, is if you don't use it, what do you do with it? Use it or lose it. Talk about if you don't use it, donate it, toss it. How do you?
Right. Well, we were talking specifically about decorations here. Well, or it applies to anything in your home. But when you go to decorate your home and it looks great and beautiful and wonderful and it feels really good to you, and then you're going to look at, and I know everyone has this, you look at your other bins and bags that you have that didn't quite make it out of the house, make it out in decorating the house that year.
Right. They're still last year.
And they're probably the last 5 years.
Right.
There are things that people have had, there's more dust on them than what's holding them together anymore. So it's think about why are you hanging on to this? Is it really contributing a positive force in your life? If it's not, and it doesn't have the energy to be out about your house for decorating, then you need to let it go.
Get rid of
and
it.
if it's nice enough to get donated, then of course, get it to someone who can use it. But if it's not, then you find the appropriate ways of getting rid of it.
So if it's been in the box for years at a time and it still hasn't made it onto the
Correct.
mantle or the gorgeous place in the tree, it's time to
let
toss
it go.
or give
Say
it away.
thanks for the good times.
Thanks
You've
for the
been
memories.
wonderful. Adios.
I gotcha. All right. So then this is something I wind up doing at the last minute every time, and that is wrapping the presents. It becomes, it's very stressful. I do it at the last minute. So talk about, this is interesting. I would never think to do this. Wrap your presents as you purchase them.
Correct.
Okay,
I know
tell
it's
me.
a crazy concept.
It
But
is.
again,
It's wacky, Angie.
it's about pacing yourself. If you do something, then maybe not every time you go shopping you pull out your stuff to decorate or to wrap. But maybe at the end of the week or after a couple days or whatever when you have a pile of stuff, take care of it then.
Okay.
Because then you're not going to have a mountain of things
I
to
have
do.
a mountain of things to do. This is definitely something I do. Like the Christmas Eve is when I'm doing this.
Yeah, and then that's very stressful because then you're in a time crunch.
Yes.
And you probably have something else to do Christmas Eve day, whether you're shopping or whether you're cooking
place to
or
go
whether
to
you're
and
got to
all
go
that,
to your
yeah.
mother's or mother-in-law's place. So if you can do things along the way and wrap as you go, you won't have this mount. Plus you have the presents sitting out and they look really nice and you can use them for decoration around
See,
your house.
I think that's definitely a suggestion that I will look at this year because it is the last minute for me of the wrapping.
Just try it.
I will. Okay, I'm going to try it. So wrap as you go. Finally, this is something. Are you a labeler? Do you label every box, everything in your house?
No, I don't label every. I don't have. I do have a label maker, of course.
Of course.
I wouldn't
But
be
you're
a professional
saying-
organizer without one.
Right, you must have one. label your decorations, because honestly, it is true. Look at, you'd pack up the dog, put him in a box. Look at the picture they put on there. Oops, Fido, sorry, get in the attic. But you need to label those boxes.
Correct.
Because I'm always looking around, where are the ornament hooks? I know they're in one of these boxes.
Right.
Or where's the nativity scene?
Right, and I've helped a lot of people at the end of the year when they are going to put their holiday decorations away, get them in a way that is easy for the next year. So what you do now can make things easier for the next year. So as you take your things down, and you might not have, you know, this is the stuff that goes on the mantle, and this is the stuff that goes on the front door, but you know, this is the garland, and this is what's in here, and this is the ornaments, and this is what's in here.
But that does help. It actually would maybe even pace the way you decorate. Like, I always feel like I get everything out and it's a big mess, and really what it would be nice is like, okay, we're doing the fireplace today.
Right.
We're doing the tree next week.
Right.
We're doing, you know.
So you can organize it in different ways, whether it's by location, by room, or by whether it's, like I said, garland or lights or outdoor. So it just depends on what works for you and your family.
Nothing, Angie. Nothing works. Okay, so those are the ideas to keep yourself organized. Do you do a lot of baking or cooking at the holiday season?
I have 2 teenage boys.
So is that a yes?
I constantly
They're
bake and
hungry
cook.
all the time.
Yes. I've already made 2 turkeys this fall. And they were having a turkey and a ham.
Right. So
Because-
you're constantly baking. Is
yeah.
that part of the thing too, though? Baking ahead, getting, you know,
Yeah, I mean, you want to bake ahead, but you don't want to have too much ahead.
Yeah.
You know, but because it would be nice to really, if you enjoy baking, bake and then give it away.
What's the biggest? I feel like at the holidays is when it's like ground zero for my junk as far as extra stuff around the house. Like I at the end of the holidays, there's still a pile of stuff. January 4th. What should I do with this?
Well,
How do I mean? Is
holidays-
that where you really get a lot of calls?
Yeah, I mean, January is a crazy month. You know, I love it. I mean, it's just a lot of energy because you're kind of turning, everyone's renewing themselves and getting rid of the old and bringing in the new. I mean, that's a true saying, and it really means a lot in that, you know, in our industry this time of year. I mean, it's Get Organized month. It's January.
It is.
It is.
January.
It's
Get
National
organized.
Get Organized
You have
month.
to come back after the holiday and get us organized.
We'll talk about all of that.
Okay, so now this is what we call a hard turn in the TV business. Not totally, but you also have written a book that is climbing the Amazon lists for popularity.
It is.
It
It's
just
exciting.
came out. It's very exciting. Angie Y, divorcing a insert name here.
Divorcing a blank.
Divorcing a blank. Okay, so you have written this book. You are divorced.
Yes.
And this comes from your personal experience.
Yes.
And first of all, talk about what made you decide to go from being a divorced mom to someone that I have advice for people. I have some experience here that would help.
Well, it's just, you know, you get into little social situations and people talk and you start talking and you share stories. And I found that what I was going through was similar to a lot of other people, what they were going through. Same story, different names. And
you've got some of the names that people have suggested: Muttonhead, Dork, former spouse. There's a lot of them on here.
there's 98.
There's 98 names that you could do there for suggestions or come up with your own. But in terms of what you were hearing from your friends and from other divorced couples, you felt like you had some advice to share.
Right, and I was kind of, it was kind of a healing for me. I mean, kind of as these different tales, as I call them, came up, different events through the divorcing process.
And you have the collection of tales, but you talk about the decisive moment and then rebuilding your life. Like you went from making this decision.
Right.
What's been the most surprising thing on the negative side in terms of your divorce that you didn't expect this part of it to be so difficult?
The change in someone that you two love each other, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow,
this is not that person anymore.
This is not. I didn't expect this from anyone, and I'm not saying I'm sure, you know, it takes 2 to tango here in this situation, but you know, when I'm looking back, it's like, wow, I really didn't think we would be in a courtroom about a fax machine. I really didn't think we'd get in an argument over a cookie dough order form.
Meaning whose is whose? Is that what you mean when you were in the
Well, no,
courtroom
the fax
about
machine was on too long.
too long?
Yeah.
So you really did get down to like
Yeah,
the
it
very
was
minutia.
crazy stuff. Yeah, it was the littlest, you know, the cookie order form was, I was flaunting my disrespect for him as a father.
Because you filled out the cookie order
Because
form?
my
and he
son, no, because our son took the cookie order form to him to fill out. And I was like, really?
It sounds to me like there was a lot of complicated, it's a sophisticated interaction that you wind up having to have after the divorce.
It's very strange. And the sooner you get to a business relationship, you're no longer in, I love you, you love me, you know, we're a happy family kind of thing. It would be great if that happened, but so many cases, if you can get to a business relationship, as you would treat any other business interaction, and if that isn't to your liking, well, okay, we're not going to do that.
Okay, so it took a while, though.
Yes.
How long have you been divorced?
It will be 8 years next month.
Okay, and how would you say, let's say someone newly divorced gets this book, what do you hope that they learn from it?
That they're a great person.
That they're a great person.
That they are a great person. Divorce is something that happens to you. It doesn't define you. It's a moment. It's a, you know, it's an event. It doesn't make you any less than anyone else out there.
Okay, so
and the book is, you know, the book has the part of where we meet, we fall in love, and that whole story of how the relationship fails, the details, and then the rebuilding of the person, which I call the spunky sex, getting back to the spunky, sexy, sassy you.
The spunky, sexy, sassy you.
Yeah, and that's just how, as a person, you know, in a divorce situation, and it's really not just divorce. Anyone who's going through a struggle, obviously, it's targeting, you know,
there's a trauma involved, and you don't feel spunky and sassy in the middle of trauma.
Right. So how do you deal with challenging people and challenging situations, and what can you do to be that person that you lost?
Well, and I have a question. I'm in Alaska. No, I'm not. I'm coming home. It sounds to me like that is the boys are one place and you've got to come home because all of a sudden they're not in that place. Is that, tell me about that.
I went on a trip to Alaska for a Habitat for Humanity little adventure up there to help them build some houses. While I was up there, my boys were with their father as they were scheduled to be during his court-ordered parenting time. And I got a call 3 days into the trip in Alaska that I had abandoned the kids and I had this and I had that in the, you know, and I was like, look, you keep calling me, I'm not answering anymore. If you're having problems with the kids, please take them to my mom. She'll be more than happy to care for them. But I'm in Alaska and I'm not coming home.
Mission. Okay, so when you hear other people, everyone has a story like that, right? Something similar? Okay, and let's talk about how then you have come to a relationship that is pretty, I mean, you still have bumps in the road when it comes to co-parenting, right?
The co-parent.
You're sort of skeptical about the co-parent, right? Okay, but you've moved into a place that is pretty...
Right, I mean, when, you know, one-on-one, we're in a situation involving the kids, we, you know,
figure it out.
We figure it out. We're there for the kids. The boys are our number one priority, and we do what we have to do. So.
Okay, so let's talk about, I'm going to hold it up for you, divorcing
blank.
Insert the name there that applies to your situation. And Angie, tell us how we can get this book.
Well, it's available on Amazon.
Because wouldn't this be a lovely stocking stuffer? You can give it to your husband, kind of a hint, right? Hey, buddy. Okay.
It is available on Amazon.
Okay.
As an ebook and Kindle and Nook.
And in real form, like
and
this.
And in real form. And I'm kind of making arrangements around the area for book signing, little book events.
Okay.
You know, so you can sell it directly. But we do have a website.
And it's divorcingablank.
.com.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much, Angie.
My
Organizing your divorce, your holidays, the whole shebang. When we come back, I'm going to organize Angie into a little parfait dish. Right? Sound good? Stay with us. Okay. We aired that and everything. Yeah. Well. Yep. Awesome. All right, we'll do this very quickly.
What are we doing here?
All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you about a website. This woman. This is called My Baking Addiction.
Okay.
And we're going to pull up the website. She has millions of views on this website, and it's because of her pictures. She has great great recipes, but the pictures make it.
Well, yeah.
You know, and because of Pinterest, she went from kind of a smallish website to something that's kind of taken off. Yeah. So we're just gonna I'm not turning this on. I mean, I might. Let's see.
It's not gonna flare.
Not anymore. Yeah, I'm safe today. I'm safe. 4 minutes is good. I know, but this Mama Jamma, I am telling you, it's the Rolls Royce of mixing stuff, man. Move it.
Need it out of the way.
You could ride that thing home. Who needs a husband when you got this thing?
That's what I was just thinking.
Right. What? I mean, to stir stuff, you dirty. Please. What?
I don't know what camera.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
looking at you the whole time, 'cause I don't wanna
Just
be
don't
like-
worry about the cameras.
Right,
Just
good.
talk to me. We don't
Okay.
even worry. I try not to worry. I never know where to look either.
Okay, good, because I don't know where you're looking.
It's my baking addiction, so we'll talk about that, and then. All right, welcome back. I'm going to tell you about one more place I'm going to recommend to you if you like to cook. It's called mybakingaddiction.com. This is a website that has grown in popularity in the last couple of months because of Pinterest. Her photos are gorgeous. Her recipes are fantastic. And she's allowed us to make one today, the woman behind My Baking Addiction. So what we're going to make today is a pumpkin tiramisu mini.
Ooh.
I know. So do me a favor and hand me maybe that little short glass that's in the front. Yep. And what she does is she soaks basically a ladyfinger in a little espresso and water. But let me just say, I did that and they've been sitting there and they got kind of soggy. So what you do is you put the ladyfingers at the bottom. I've got, or vanilla wafers, okay? That's what you do to do the bottom. In terms of the middle layer, you put in a little bit of sugar, a little bit of cream cheese. By the way, I used a cream cheese that's light. You can use full fat, but I'm a big light cream cheese. A little bit of pumpkin. And there's some sour cream. Same thing. I used light sour cream, but the recipe I'm going to link you guys to is full sour cream. A little bit of vanilla. Can you guys see that? Yeah, a little bit of vanilla. And finally, a little bit of pumpkin spice to go into this pumpkin layer. So you get it really nice and smooth. And this is very much like a torte that we made the other day where you just do one layer after another. But we spoon that in there. Pretty easy. Like, if it's not easy, I can't make it.
It's easy.
Yeah, it is easy. Okay, so that is the next layer. And the key to this thing, this is my organizing tip for you. Things look fancy if they're in a fancy glass, right? I mean, those are the completed one. But you just spoon it in one layer at a time. So we did our little cookie kind of ladyfinger layer, and then we do a pumpkin layer. Yeah, and then this layer is the whipped cream kind of layer, and it's just heavy whipping cream and a little sugar, and same thing, a little bit of vanilla. And I kind of mix it up ahead of time because this thing is so powerful, isn't it? Just look at it go. But you kind of do very little bits of sugar in this. It's not a very sweet dish, which is kind of good at the holidays, right? Don't you get over?
I like sweet.
Do you like?
I like sweet.
Uh-oh. What's your favorite holiday dessert?
Oh, geez.
Do you have a favorite?
I like my mom's cookies.
You like your mom's cookies. What's your
Yeah.
favorite cookie? So then you put that layer.
The sugar cookies.
Sugar cookies are your
Yeah.
favorite? All right, well, we keep doing these layers like this until the glass is full. I'm going to put a little bit more in there. But I use champagne flutes, if you can see over there. I use tall glasses. I use kind of like a margarita-looking glass. She uses mini parfait glasses. I didn't have those. So that is my organizing tip of the thing. Use a cute glass and it looks
You could layer this in a bigger
fancy.
bowl for like parties.
Absolutely. You can do this in a We did a big giant.
It would be for parties, not for you to sit in front of the.
This is me, and I've just divorced my husband, parfait.
Ooh, a dessert.
So this is it. Okay, the site is called mybakingaddiction.com, and it's a beautiful site. I will recommend it to you.
Check it out.
Our site is called fullplate.tv, and I'm going to link you to the recipe and to this website, and I'll also talk about a little bit how I lightened it up. Tell us one more time how you get your book.
Amazon.com or Kindle, or go to the website, www.divorcingablank.com.
All right, here's some chocolate, because sometimes the
yummy.
best thing is just to have some chocolate, right?
It is. It's true. Sometimes chocolate is good.
All right, we're going to link to all these different places on our site, which is fullplate.tv. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to try our dessert here in a minute.
Yes.
And thank you for watching. Cheers.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to go get a spoon. There we go. I see I got a bunch of plastic stuff. Oh, how about a fork?
Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Rebecca Rainier.
And do you suffer from back pain? Do you use a cane, a walker, a wheelchair, scooter, or a power wheelchair? If any of these examples apply to you or a loved one that is on Medicare, we've got great news. You could qualify to receive a pain-relieving, comfortable back brace at little or no cost to you. You'll receive free information, free delivery, and all the Medicare paperwork is handled for free by our accredited suppliers. Best of all, there is little or no cost to you for the back brace. Just call 800-575-7145 right now to get the details. Just takes a couple of minutes. These amazing back braces have helped thousands of people with severe back pain, and you could qualify to have yours delivered free directly to your door at little or no cost to you. Call 800-575-7145 right now. Our friendly consultants are standing by to take your call. That's 800-575-7145. Call now to see if you qualify for your own pain-relieving back brace. Call now.
Even though I've been using catheters for 15 years, I gotta tell you, Liberator Medical has made it a whole lot easier.
Call Liberator Medical for free samples.
I saw. I'm like, oh, it's a bad time of year, though. Sometimes people don't have time. Today's the day before the holiday.
Convenient out of home. There's
glad.
the discreet men's pocket catheter. Get free samples of these innovative catheters for men. Call Liberator Medical today. Call 1-800-601-34.
Yeah, we have another. Brittany is usually here. She canceled on me today, so she was going to do a different gift-giving segment. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I was going to tape the divorcing segment and make that a separate one for next week. But I thought, let's just do it. And so it'll air a week from Sunday. Yeah.
Move on to another pumpkin. Finally, make sure there aren't any cracks or splits. A healthy, uncarved pumpkin can last till Thanksgiving and beyond.
And the problem with these things is I made these and they're sinking into the glass. Like I had to prepare them ahead of time. I can't make the whole thing. So now they're sinking. TV food. I wouldn't recommend eating these soaked down ones. Right, right. That one especially was all piled up top, and now it's just it's going down like this. You know, it's filling into the. It is. It's getting a little sloppy. I was thinking that too. It could be alcoholic. Right, instead of the espresso, switch it out. What do you say? Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, it definitely could use a little oomph. But at any, I was telling them, this gal that does the website, she's from around here, and she was going to be a guest, and she was going to create something for us. She's phobic, I think, about being on TV, and I could not. She kept canceling and coming up with reasons, and I'm like. So finally, she just outright said, "Yeah, I'm going to go out of town Wednesday now." And we had it booked for 6 weeks, I think she's just afraid to be on. So I'm like, she said, why don't you just make the food without me? I'm like, okay.
Need your forecast fast? Log on to
Yeah, she's a teacher in the area, and it's a very popular website. And it's the pictures make the difference.
lows in your 3-day forecast. All the experience of the first winning storm team in the palm of your hand. Get connected to 13ABC. This is
I
the
forget.
only live
I want to
radar
say it's the
in
Toledo Public School, but I'm not
Live
sure.
Doppler 13,000 HD. Precise, powerful, and live. No other station can
I feel like
show
I've
you
lost
live
Brian.
radar, but we
He's
can.
talking about bacon gravy in my ear.
13 ABC Action News.
If you had a choice
Okay.
between going bald and a full
And then
head of
we'll,
hair, which would you choose?
Anna, can you take a picture of us
Advances in
after?
medical science have resulted in the world's first and only permanent solution to hair loss.
Yes!
You wash it, you cut it. It's your own real, naturally growing
Well, this
hair.
worked out.
From
I'm so
trusted
glad we
hair
did both
restoration,
segments then,
no one in the
because
world has more experience
I was
than
not
Bosley.
sure.
The results look completely natural and are affordable on nearly any budget. But the entire
Well,
process
like I said, I was going to do it a second segment and just air that in another, but I thought, you know,
solution to hair loss. Call
just-
now to receive your free no obligation information
those are
kit.
just
It'll answer
biscotti
all of your
type
questions about hair
things,
loss and hair
but there were no
restoration.
lady fingers at the
Plus,
store.
we'll also send you this
So I just had to
$250
improvise,
gift certificate just
and
for
that's why I
calling.
wanted the
Every
cooking
day
the
you
slowest
wait,
part,
you're losing more
or the
hair.
quickest
So
part.
don't put it off any longer. You owe it to yourself to find out the facts. Choose hair. Choose Bosley.
Call 1-800-563-9499. That's 1-800.
So, all right, are you in any kind of women's network or any kind of, or is it all organizing kind of
rain across the
business?
Northwest and also a bit of some snow and gusty winds. Right now we are looking at some
The network
showers
stuff.
across Great Falls, across a big chunk of the
Uh-huh.
Big Sky State. Also a bit of some snow into McCall.
say, where do you get most of your-
Idaho showers?
Okay.
From around Seattle down the 5 to around Portland as well. And some of this wet weather is even making its way into northern
Right,
California.
right.
We see some showers making their way down to Monterey today. That's about as far south as it'll go. But this widespread rain will continue across the Northwest, and we're getting a little bit of a break tomorrow, but it is still windy, gusts 55 miles per hour at those highest peaks. It could be even gustier, and then snow levels 2,500 feet across the Washington Cascades.
Right.
and over 3 inches of
Right.
Snow. Oregon Cascades about 4,000 feet, 3 inches of snow, and across the northern Rockies, about 5,000 feet. And we are expecting again 6 inches of
Right.
snow. But
A
man,
bit-
it's
well,
warm up
it's
across the
stressful.
northern tier
It
of the
makes your
country.
life
It's
stressful.
going to
It
be
makes my
very
life
nice there.
stressful.
However, there is a bit of some fog to contend with across the Great Lakes. That will cause some troubles
Uh-huh.
from St. Louis all the way up into
Well,
Lake
that was my one
Chicago.
question
So
too, is with the
very
economy,
similar
is that
travel
a
to
difficult,
AccuWeather.com.
okay.
Economy has not. I've only
That's
gotten
good.
bigger and bigger. I mean, my schedule's
All the way down to
packed.
Colorado Springs.
Oh, but we could, yeah, just a smidge closer. Thank you. Three, two.
Pilates, parfait, and parting, divorce, all on full plate.
Snow. Remember, the average of snowfall for the month of December would be 7.3 inches. So we'll keep an eye on that for you as low pressures begin to zip up the Ohio Valley. And let's take a look at the 30-day. Early happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Here's the deal. I think your travel conditions are very good. Sure, you get your fog in the morning hours. That's typical for this time of year. But as far as ice and snow, we're doing okay. Not getting any, but I think next week a change is certainly on the way. In fact, this weekend, colder temperatures and flurries and snow showers Saturday. All right, this afternoon, looks like mid to possibly upper 50s can be expected with a pretty good amount of sunshine. Normal high this time of year is 47 degrees. As you can see, we're 10 degrees above average for today. Nice and mild. It'll be nice and sunny when you step outside for today. Not bad at all. 57 degrees can be expected for that high temperature. And here's your predictor for the afternoon, showing clearing trend that continues to move in our direction. No problems, maybe some fog tomorrow morning.
northwest and also a bit of some snow and gusty winds. Right now we are looking at some showers across Great Falls, across a good chunk of the Big Sky State. Also a bit of some snow into McCall there into Idaho. Showers from around Seattle down the 5 to around Portland as well. And some of this wet weather is even making its way into Northern California. I think you'll see some showers making their way down to Monterey today. That's about as far south as it'll go. But this widespread rain will continue across the northwest, and we're getting a little bit of a break tomorrow, but it is still windy, gusts 55 miles per hour at those highest peaks. It could be even gustier, and then snow levels 2,500 feet across the Washington Cascade. You're looking at 3 to 6 inches of snow. Oregon Cascades about 4,000 feet. You're looking at 1 to 3 inches of snow, and across the northern Rockies, snow levels are at 5,000 feet, and we are expecting again 3 to 6 inches of snow. But man, it's warm up across the northern tier of the country. It's going to be very nice there. However, there is a bit of some fog to contend with across the Great Lakes. That will cause some travels from St. Louis all the way up into parts of Chicago. So be prepared to stick with our travel page at AccuWeather.com. But once that burns off, you're going to see it's a very nice day. We have near records from Rapid City all the way down to Colorado Springs. I'm Valerie Smock.
Day forecast for the month of December is in. Might be kind of interesting when you start to see a southwesterly storm track try to get its act together. That's something we watch with a lot of interest because temperatures get colder, and that would increase our chances of picking up accumulating snow. Remember, the average of snowfall for the month of December would be 7.3 inches. So we'll keep an eye on that for you as low pressures begin to zip up the Ohio Valley. And let's take a look at the 30-day forecast regarding the temperature as well. The temperature forecast looks like it's going to be near normal. Looks like below normal temps back towards the west across Minnesota and areas of Wisconsin. The 90-day forecast tries to bring some of that colder air, that below normal temperatures, closer to us. But we'll keep an eye on all the extended weather forecasts for you. But this being for the month of December, above normal precip, normal amounts of snow.
At 13 ABC, we want to bring you the news. You want it, you expect it, you deserve it. The big stories that happened overnight and that are happening that day. Plus dependable forecasts and updated traffic conditions. Start your day right. Wake up with 13 ABC Action News.
Hi, I'm Dr. Vernon Davis.
And I'm Professor Vontae Davis.
And I'm the voiceover that corrects everything they say. And they're neither doctors nor professors.
Let's talk about New Arctic Ease. It really helps me to heal after games.
It uses magic.
No, Vontae, it just works like magic.
No, it's magic. It gets cold without ice or chemicals.
No, it's a new technology that eases sore joints and muscles.
Then it must be aliens.
Oh, Arctic Ease. Bag the ice, ease the pain.
It's easy to take your air conditioning for granted until it stops working on a miserably hot day. So here's some tips on maintaining your AC so you can stay cool this summer. Make sure all dirt and debris is removed from around your air conditioning unit, and check your unit's air filter at least once a month and replace filters as necessary. Keeping the filter clean can also lower your AC's energy consumption by 5 to 15%. Keep your condensation line clear of mold and mildew. You can do this by pouring in a small amount of household bleach.
coming your way. We're talking Turkey Day weather across the country. And have you been starving yourself, preparing yourself for the big meal?
In a sense, yeah, I kind of have. I haven't really had a whole lot of big meals, so I am prepared to just chow down on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the best thing to do is sit back, watch some football, and relax, and maybe take a nice little nap. You know, say turkey has a chemical in it that helps you sleep.
Yeah, I forget what that's called. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, I always feel really tired afterward.
Okay, might be a good day for a nap across the upper Midwest. Cold air is on the way behind this front. Boy, it's been so nice and warm. Now the big changes are coming on Thanksgiving, but it looks like a beautiful Thanksgiving day in the east, most of the south. So after the big meal, could go out for that nice walk.
Yeah, I think you'd be okay, and at least the parade weather is going to be nice. I think for Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, you're not going to run into any problems.
That's right.
No floating away. No floating away balloons.
Yeah, light breezes out of the north this time. Now here's the big day. Is this one of your big days of the year?
No, I stay in. I do not battle the crowds.
Okay.
Or
Black
the weather.
Friday. Well, it looks like holiday shoppers looking at some good conditions in most areas.
Yeah, but you're going to have to bundle up if you are into the northern plains.
The Northwest cannot get a break from the rain, wind, and snow. Storm after storm bombards the Pacific Northwest, which may seem out of the ordinary, but for this time of year, the extreme is the normal for the region. November is the rainy season for Washington State and Oregon. On average, Portland receives close to half a foot of rainfall, while Olympia usually gets drenched with almost 9 inches.
Well, it certainly seems as though
And spills. I even kill bacteria. I shine and clean just about any surface I meet. Smudgy residue? Not me. I give you more than just a pretty surface. I give you more ways to shine. Windex.
SC Johnson, a family company.
Hammer Spin Brush with a unique dual-action head removes up to 70% more plaque in hard-to-reach places. So give an affordable gift to keep the whole family smiling. Don't just brush, Spin Brush.
To prove Huggies diapers can handle anything, we asked real dads to put them to the test. Can our diapers last through a long milk-induced slumber? See for yourself how only Huggies diapers have leak lock for up to 12 hours of protection.
These are Ocean Spray sparkling juice drinks.
They have bubbles.
It's real fruit juice, crisp sparkling water, and no added sugar.
And they come in these really cool cans. You want one?
I'll wait a bit.
Refreshing.
Having her was amazing.
We made a miracle.
And we got onesies.
Sometimes miracles get messy.
So we used Tide Free. No perfumes or dyes for her delicate skin.
Not it, not it. Just kidding.
That's our Tide. What's yours?
This is a special Black Friday Toys R Us update.
Toys R Us is the toy authority.
And here's Bob Sutter with the forecast.
The toy shopping conditions are perfect. For the first time ever, doors open Thursday, 8 p.m. with over 200 doorbusters and 50% off the hottest toys. Plus, the first 200 families in each store get a free $30 bag of toys, starting Thursday at 8.
Toys R Us. Why shop anywhere else for toys? Why?
Celebrate the holidays with the Chew.
Chin chin.
Cheers.
Oh, you are back on the nice list.
We'll help you cook up memories to last all year long.
Happy New Year!
Make the Chew your home for the holidays. Weekdays on ABC.
ABC Tonight. Sparks are flying.
How many times are you going to ask me on a date?
But for some, they may be burning out.
I proposed to you and you didn't say yes. Do you not want to get married?
Private Practice. All new on a special night. Tonight, 10/9 Central on ABC.
Bash has resigned as the voice and puppeteer of Elmo after a second accusation of underage affairs he supposedly had came to pass. And so there's, quote, he says, personal matters have diverted attention away from the important work Sesame Street is doing, and I cannot allow it to go on any longer. I am deeply sorry to be leaving, and I'm looking forward to resolving these personal matters privately.
So now what does he do?
Well, now he's going to fight for his name.
But I mean, he as a puppeteer, most often you're working with children.
Yeah.
I don't know whether there's a morality clause at Sesame Street. Certainly, he was wonderful at what he did. But,
I'm sure there is.
It's a hard thing because you got a brand. You have a brand that's.
Where do you go? Where do you find another life?
I think once he's cleared, he will get another job because there's, there's. The thing about one person saying this is what happened, and then hearing that there was an exchange of money, because of course if you get sued, you can wait the 2 or 3 years to fight it and hope that it goes away, or you can pay up and hope that it's done.
Would you say that the burden of
proof is on the person, is on him. So he's got to gather all his stuff and prove all his stuff, and it was better. He did the right thing because
is on Kevin. Yeah, he really had to.
He has to prove it.
In terms of perception in society, right? Legally, there's one thing, but then there's also the perception. So he's got to do both.
Well, that's why resigning stayed away from the Sesame
Yeah.
Street brand. But it's a hard thing because now you have people coming out suing out of the woodwork, suing for enormous amounts of money, saying I had this experience as well. I mean, I don't know how you unring this bell once they start coming out.
Once someone accuses you, once an accusation is put out there, it lives. And it stays with you forever because now we have the internet where nothing comes down. So you can fight and fight and fight and do the best you can. But as we learned yesterday, Barbara, when the Central Park Five were here, we heard a big deal when they got them. Everybody was talking. And then when they exonerated, nobody heard anything about it. Nobody knew. The 2002. So this is what kind of happens. But he's our friend, and he's been a friend to the show. And we just want to say, hey, you did what you needed to do, and we'll see you soon. Now, Justin Bieber sat down with Oprah Winfrey and said he wants to be married by the time he's 25, but Oprah warned him.
I've never been married.
I'm not saying that.
I just said it.
Okay.
Well, she's common law married. She's been with Stedman Graham for like 122 years. Her and Stedman. No, seriously, that's a long time. That's a long time. That's good.
She told him. Let her finish saying.
Thank you.
So what happened?
So Oprah warns him to rethink this, and she said to him, "It's too young. That you are 25 should be a time to discover who you really are."
So don't get married under the age of 25?
But it depends on society. Depends on society. I got married at 24, and I was old. When I got married, then all of my friends were married. 24 for a woman, for a girl.
That's what they did in those days, Barbara.
So what she's saying is...
So how long did you stay?
No, I'm on the same boat.
Let me tell you, when Abe Lincoln proposed to me...
Did he get her down on one of those?
How long did you stay married when you got married at 24?
I don't want to discuss it. I was just giving
You can make a comment.
It's in audition. You can get it. Also in paperback and audio.
I also got married at 22 because in those days, if you didn't get married, only lesbians didn't get married in those days.
You didn't live with them. You couldn't. You went from your mother's house to the wedding.
That's right.
Bed.
That's right. To the wedding.
I got married at 24.
But I got married at 22. I think I was so traumatized that it took me 30 years to do it again. Because I just got married again last year, and I was divorced all those years.
For me, I got married in a fever. Hotter than a pepper sprout. No.
But I don't know. It seems like...
Where did that come from?
That's Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash.
I was like, what the heck is happening? I think if you have two people willing to work through changes together, right? Because you change a lot. You do change from your 20s to your 30s,
How long
right?
have you been married?
10 years. But we both go through changes. It's going okay, great.
So far, so good.
You don't like your
we like each other.
Great.
He doesn't want to eat my pumpkin pie.
School of thought that says that every relationship has to have a third leg, right?
What's that?
No jokes, please. But... Like, for instance, when you have children, you raise it, that's the third leg of the relationship. If you don't have the third leg, it's harder to stay together. That's why the empty nest sometimes brings divorce.
But don't have, if you can possibly not, don't have children until you've been married 3 to 5 years.
I was married 6 years.
I thought you were going to say 3 to 5 times. Anyway.
I say have kids young because they will wear you down. Have them as soon as you can.
I had mine at 12.
But here's the thing, you know, speaking of balls, and we're going to congratulate Grinnell College guard Jack Taylor, who broke the single-game scoring record for all college levels of basketball by sinking a jaw-dropping 138 points.
Yes.
Come to the Knicks. We'll be waiting for you. Come to the Knicks, honey, because we got a place for you. But you know what? We're going to go and come right back because that's how deep we are. We'll be back.
Next, Sherry's graduating from Dancing with the Stars to the big leagues when she hits the floor with the New York Knicks City Dancers live on The View.
There's a place where the sky is always blue and the kids always eat their vegetables because the salad there is always served with the original Hidden Valley Ranch. It's the way ranch is supposed to taste. And try Italians and vinaigrettes from Hidden Valley.
It's Macy's Black Friday sale. Doors open at midnight with over 250 Black Friday specials till 1 p.m. Save on designer coats for her, now $79.99. Alfani and clubroom dress shirts and ties, $19.99. Get these half-carat diamond studs, just $199. Save on Rampage boots, your choice, $19.99. Down and down alternative comforters plus 2 free pillows, $39.99. Macy's Black Friday sale. Now download our free app and put Macy's at your fingertips.
I'd do anything for you, dear. Anything, yes, I'd do anything. Anything for you.
I use this racing car.
You are exactly one of a kind.
Oh, you win. You're gonna win.
We were made for each other for always.
Score!
Now, Mega Lash Volume goes Mega Plush.
Bye-bye, Brittle.
New Volume Express Mega Plush from Maybelline, New York. Our first gel mousse mascara for mega lush lashes, soft to the touch. New Mega Plush Mascara, only from Maybelline.
I'm making Jimmy Dean. Want some?
High pressure system in the early afternoon.
We'll have a high pressure system in the early afternoon.
Sunny, high in the low 80s.
It'll be sunny, high in the low 80s.
Chance of precipitation.
There'll be a chance of precipitation in the afternoon. There you go.
Wow, that was fast.
Wow, that was fast. Microwave.
No way, this came out of the microwave?
Yep. No way this came out of a microwave.
Start your family off with Jimmy Dean fully cooked sausage. Jimmy Dean, shine on.
Everybody's getting excited.
How many popsicles have you eaten?
Because ABC Comedy Friday never looked better.
I've been working out, I'm getting all toned, I've been Pilates.
It's one great new night of comedy.
Honey, we'll give you the money for Cancun.
Really?
No. So just relax.
I could use a masseur.
With all new episodes of Last Man Standing.
Ew. There really should be an age limit.
And Malibu Country.
I love that idea.
There's only one place to be. Friday starting at 8, 7 Central on ABC.
I have had a bad case of dance fever ever since I took a spin on Dancing with the Stars. And with basketball basketball season in full swing, I asked the New York Knicks City Dancers to let me do a number with them right here. We're doing it live in just a minute, but first, take a look at this.
New York, let's work.
Oh my gosh, it was so awesome. That was so amazing. It was the attitude and everything.
Thank you.
You guys are, I am in such awe of your skills. I'm so excited to be dancing with you. This is like a dream come true.
We're going to start by warming up. So come over here.
Oh, ooh. Oh, man. Everybody's touching their face to the floor.
Super.
Oh.
Can you get up? Yeah.
I'm there. Oh, shoot.
How do you feel?
Feel good. Okay, you guys want to get something to eat? We're at the Knicks training facility, and I'm rehearsing with the Knicks City Dancers.
What? So are you ready for this?
I think I am.
Okay.
All right.
I'm sure you'll do great. You're going to start in fists with your feet together, and you're going to look up one. So you're going to reach across, look up at it.
It's really a lot of hard work. They make it look so easy. It's not that easy.
So let's just go from the top. Okay. So we're going to go 1, touch 2, 3.
You know, I got to mess that first part up. When you do your legs, what are you doing? So now Sierra starts showing me some of the moves, and they're really quite difficult. It's like doing this, like rubbing your stomach and your, I can't even do it.
6, 7 together, 8. How do you feel?
Oh, man. And then you got to smile, like the whole time. You got to smile. Because right now, as I'm doing the routines, I look like I'm in pain, because I am.
5, 6, and...
I thought I could just get in there. I was like, yeah, I got it. No, I don't have it.
5, 6, and 7.
I have this rehearsal. I have a rehearsal at Madison Square Garden, and that's it. We got to do the show. How am I going to do this?
Hey, everybody. We're going to share with you our experience on court.
I figured if I'm going to do this, I need to go to their home. And it's so wonderful being here at Madison Square Garden because there is an energy at MSG that you just can't describe. It feels so good, and I'm hoping the energy from the garden carries over into the rehearsal. Nobody else is tired, huh?
It's coming, you know it. It's coming. Let's go.
We don't feel it would be right if you didn't have our Knicks City Dancer uniform.
The icing on the cake is I got a uniform. I'm an official Knicks City Dancer for a day. I really don't want to let the girls down. I want to do a great job for them. I want to make them proud.
Yes, please welcome for the first time ever the Knicks City Dancers featuring Sherry Shepherd.
noon on 13 ABC Action. Today at noon on 13 ABC Action News.
Oh. Today at noon, if you're driving somewhere this holiday, the trip just got a little more pricey. Also at noon, talk about putting your money where your mouth is. We'll tell you how a local dentist is spending this Thanksgiving Eve. This isn't the right video. Is that dentist stuff not in?